things, and I would say, I guess the main thing is that it's not what I wanted to see. The system still has sustained winds at 90 miles an hour. So what that means is we haven't seen this storm weaken since 11 o'clock last night. It's maintained that Category 1 strength with sustained winds at 90 miles an hour. And with the most recent track, it really didn't shift it much to the north, unfortunately, because that's what we have been seeing the last few tracks. They've been slightly bumped up. At least that's what we've seen for the last couple of days. And that was not the case for the most recent update, as the system passing now very close. And the latest with the 5 a.m. update is now, well, one, the hurricane watch was dropped for Hawaii Island, but the tropical storm conditions are now imminent for Hawaii Island. And the big news was the hurricane warning was just issued for Maui County. So now hurricane conditions are expected for Maui County. So here's a look at those conditions and the warnings that are in place for what we're expecting to see. And of course, that does also include the surrounding coastal waters. Well, boaters know, but definitely do not be out in the waters in any capacity. Surfers as well. You're not going to be wanting to be out in conditions like what we're going to be seeing for today. Wave heights up to 25 miles an hour, but it's going to be, or wave heights up to 25-foot faces, but it's going to be very choppy, going to be very blown out. We have dangerous currents that are going to be pulling through the ocean as well. So make sure you are not entering the ocean. Even into tomorrow, we're expecting these dangerous conditions, but especially for today, just stay home. Now, taking a look at the timing of the rainfall that we're going to be seeing, and actually I'll step out because I'm going to control these graphics a little bit slower because otherwise it flies a little too quickly. So I'll play it out for you one time first as we pass through the island chain with the heaviest of the rainfall coming through. But let's take a look at when we can anticipate the heaviest of those showers. So as I back this up, as you can see, Hawaii Island, we're still seeing the system just to the northeast. And as I play this through a little bit further into the next hour or so, that's when we are expecting more of those showers to ramp up. Granted, the heaviest of the showers looks like is going to be passing well to the north of Hawaii Island. Now we'll see those rains start to ramp up for Maui County at about 9 o'clock this morning. Before then, that system passes directly over the island of Maui at about 1 o'clock. That's when we really see those heaviest showers come through. That would be reaching Molokai, it looks like, through the early afternoon hours. This is now 4 o'clock, and then we're starting to see it pass from Molokai to us here on Oahu with those stronger and heavier showers moving through pretty much right as that system passes just to the north of us at about 8 o'clock, but still seeing some moderate to heavy showers coming through for Oahu later on in the evening hours. Even in the overnight hours, take a look, 2 a.m., we're still seeing some of those more moderate showers here on Oahu, but that's really when the system shifts and we see that focus then across Maui County. So that's the rainfall that we're expecting. But what is the probability that we're going to see tropical storm force winds, and when are we going to see those? Actually, the timing of the winds likely going to be coming through at a similar time to us here on Oahu, and we'll see when we can start to see those. And already right now, there's about a 20% chance you could start to see those at this hour for Maui County. But it's looking like for the island of Maui that we really start to see those better chances at about 10 a.m. And then the high chance that we could see those at about 1 o'clock, noon, 1 o'clock. And then that passes through the very high chance to Molokai. Let's see when that purple reaches. Just about 1 o'clock as well. And then we see that pass through. And again, it's not just a one and done thing that this is just going to be passing through within 30 minutes or an hour. Take a look at these consistent winds as the heaviest or the strongest of the winds, those tropical storm force winds potentially arrive by 1 p.m. and continue with Molokai up until maybe 8 o'clock, if not even longer than that. Again, this is just the probability too. We may see that even higher later on, and we may see that for a longer amount of time with Molokai, again, potentially seeing wind gusting to 100 miles an hour. So here on Oahu, we have about a 40 to 50% chance that'll start those tropical storm force winds at 4, but then a really good chance that we're going to see those by 7 o'clock, and then 8 into 9. That's when we have that highest chance. And then we really have that high chance of tropical storm force winds up until about 2 a.m. And similar timing is when we'll see that then pass through to Kauai with the wind speeds really picking up. It looks like best potential at about midnight. And then look at those. Potential for tropical storm force winds from midnight up until about 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So these strong winds definitely going to be expecting to impact us for quite some time, very similar to the rainfall. And take a look, by about 6, 7 o'clock Monday in the evening hours, that's when we have then the 0% chance we'd be seeing those tropical storm force winds. But there's still, as I back this up, a pretty good chance we could be seeing those even into the late morning hours for Kauai County. So we talked the probability, we talked the timing. Now let's talk actual numbers. I know I mentioned at least one gust briefly, but this is what we're expecting for each island. Now, in terms of the rainfall, thanks to the fact that this is a quick-moving system, we're still expecting the potential for flooding conditions, but these numbers could be a lot worse if this was a slower-moving storm. So for today, this is what we're looking at, 6 to 10 inches of rain for both Kauai and Oahu, with winds consistently to 65 miles an hour for Molokai as well. Molokai, we're anticipating 4 to 8 inches of rain, which is similar to the island of Lanai, but Lanai's wind speed's a little bit weaker, up to 35 miles an hour. And then for Maui, we're looking at winds stronger. So at the 11 p.m. update, it showed winds pretty much consistently all the way from Lanai to Hawaii Island, including Maui at up to 35 miles an hour. But the most recent update does show Maui seeing stronger winds reaching, and it's looking like winds consistently to 60 miles an hour, with, check this out, gusts potentially reaching 90 miles an hour. And that's also the case for Kauai. Oahu 95, Molokai potentially seeing 100-mile-an-hour gusts come through, 50 for Lanai, and winds gusting up to about 30 miles an hour for Big Island, with about 50 to 55-mile-an-hour gusts for the Big Island summits of Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. So again, these conditions are going to be ramping up within the next few hours. Hopefully everyone was prepared. If you have anything on your lanai outdoors, even our mopeds, we tied to a tree and bungee corded them to a very thick tree. But I mean, with winds this speed, we're going to see down trees, down power lines. So hopefully you can hunker everything indoors, and if not, make sure you're tying down everything that you possibly can before these conditions arrive, because again, we're just hours away from seeing that for Maui County. And then here on Oahu, you have a little bit more time as these ramp up in the evening hours, and then Kauai in the late night, and then overnight hours into tomorrow morning. But we're expecting some big changes headed our way in the next few hours. I'll have more in a bit, but now let's send it back over to Ross.